Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the JCP End Zone Perspective podcast. Cole, wasn't there? I'm really positive that there was more of us at one point.
Jacob, you look so distraught, but I get the weirdest feeling that there was because there's a P in the logo and it's not adding up.
I'm really trying to jog my memory of why we even put the P in there. Your name starts with a C.
Exactly.
I'm a
And
J.
you're J.
Where's the P at?
Where is the P?
I'm here. I'm back from Virginia, folks. What up? What up? Hey, I'm just gonna let y'all know now. I'm happy to be back. Missed y'all, and you're probably gonna miss me in 2 weeks, anyways. So, hello, folks. Get used to it. I'm in and out. I came back with a note this time.
He already promised us to leave us.
I mean, yeah. What good would I be if I didn't keep my promises?
Bro has a point.
All right. Anyway. Let's get back with the show. Welcome back, all you beautiful broken shares out there. Welcome back to the JCP End Zone Perspective podcast. Here I am, Jacob, joined by Cole, and back again, Chooch.
I keep forgetting my camera's not way up here. So here.
Hello, where's he?
Where'd it go?
We're glad to have you back, Chooch.
Even I'm happy to be here. I mean.
All right. Anyway, for today's episode, we got another exciting episode. We got NFL news. It's back after last week. And then we're going to go into the week 4 games. Very exciting week. And then we're going to talk about fantasy a little bit. And then we need to bring in a little bit of college. Talk about that LSU game.
Wait, Jacob. Hold on. What is the next thing you're going to say? Taylor Swift's in the NFL now?
Taylor Swift might as well be.
Cole, have you been paying attention? She's all over the NFL. Come on, she's more popular than the players.
I'm really starting to think that she might as well loosen up, get a helmet on, put a jersey on, go out there in the field. From how much screen time she's getting.
Her next commercial is going to be her getting laid out by Travis in a fucking in a commercial. Just getting destroyed. Here's your ball. You just want to pound the gridiron.
Laid out one type of way though.
Trucked.
He walked himself into that one.
Trucked.
Anyway, this whole Taylor Swift stuff it's annoying when you take it into consideration because you're actually if you're going to watch any Chiefs game, you're probably going to see more Taylor Swift than any Chiefs players. Even Travis Kelce even admitted that she's getting way too much attention from games.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, why can't we just respect her privacy and the fact that she's at a football game? Okay, she's a celebrity. She does this, okay, and she's dating a football player, probably the best tight end of our generation. Okay,
probably
who cares?
Oh, let's not go that far.
No, you're Shannon Sharp,
all right,
Tony Gonzalez.
Future Hall of Famer. How about that?
Okay, yes,
100%.
Definitely Hall of Famer. But it's just annoying that when the Chiefs score a touchdown and they're getting ready to do a celebration together, and then boom, just pans over to Taylor Swift.
Look at him.
Did we score a touchdown? How many points is that?
I think it's 2.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when Aiden Hutchinson's mom keeps on celebrating when the other team scores a touchdown. Do you guys know about that?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, to keep him motivated or whatever. Same thing with that Riley Leonard kid.
Yeah. What happened? Yeah. What's going on?
Riley Leonard's mom sends him a message. You suck.
Before every football game.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a thing with celebrities at sporting events where they'll pan over. Oh, look who's here! It's so and so, and
it's
that's cool. But when it's literally every other play, just panning to Taylor Swift, even on social media, on Instagram and Twitter, it's always they're not even posting about the players anymore. They're just posting about Taylor Swift in a box, going "Yay!"
And then Zach Wilson also showed out, but he wanted Donna Kelce. He didn't want
That's why he did so good.
Exactly.
He did so good.
Brittany Mahomes is going to be the next Tanya Harding, so it's okay. My popularity at these Chiefs games.
Watch out for the skate.
Be gone, Satan.
Anyway, our point is, Taylor, it's fine if you get attention. It just don't take up the whole game. And then we're not blaming your fault. We're not.
It's the networks.
We're not saying it's your fault. It's not. We're not saying it's your fault. It's just it's stupid how the NFL just keeps on panning to you every single play.
Well, they don't care about football. We've been over this.
It's what you get in a society that worships celebrities and not God. Just saying.
All right. All right. Next up in the news, we got Patriots finally doing something for once. You know, they haven't done anything ever. So Patriots, they traded for Chargers cornerback J.C. Jackson. I feel like this is a good move, doing to how the Patriots are doing so far in this season, doing well.
It's not even their defense's fault. Like, that's where I'm confused.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not their defense's fault, but it's good to add players to the team to not waste a draft pick that can be helped on the offense.
Why? So he can just sit there and get just as gas as the rest of the secondary for being out there for 40 minutes of football game?
I mean, he's got a point.
I think
people are like, oh, you know, blah, 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 blah. Okay, look at the real issue here. It's not the defense in not Pittsburgh, in New England. I mean, it's the offense in Pittsburgh, but it ain't the defense in New Orleans. Yeah,
New Orleans. Whoa.
Why do you keep on thinking about New Orleans?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Black and gold. I don't know.
That leaves
black and gold with red, white, and blue.
Derek Carr, man. I don't know. I was thinking good. I don't know.
We're close.
Yeah, no, only a few thousand miles off. No big deal.
Exactly.
Nobody knows. You're close enough to not know what you're talking about.
Yes.
But I think after this week, they said, okay, we probably need something on defense. And this isn't too much of a. I don't know what the Patriots gave them for J.C. Jackson. But you know, I feel like if they gave him like a 5th round pick, I think it was a good trade. All right.
Well, I mean, you got to think too, not to. Well, I guess I should say it next segment because you know we're talking about it regardless. But you do need somebody to replace the void, and we'll talk about who the void is. Go ahead.
Yeah. Von Miller, Bills defensive end, coming back to practice after a really, really long time.
I was referring to the other guy, but we'll go.
You knew the order.
You got him.
I told you. No,
we were over this.
Anyway, Von Miller coming back to practice. I think the last game that he played was October of last year. So it's been a really long time. It's been about a year since he last played after an ACL injury. I think it was.
Yeah.
And this the Bills. They're doing good so far, not in week 1, but they've been doing pretty good so far. So his comeback is loved, but it is loved. I don't really know what else to say about that.
And he adds a different, and he changes he changes how everyone's assigned on their blocking assignments on the offensive line. So the second he gets back, listen, that defense with Greg Rousseau is coming to his own. I'll tell you what.
Facts.
Did y'all watch that game Sunday?
I did.
Oh, Miami did not know what hit them, and that's the best Buffalo's looked in 3 years.
Agreed.
That's the best they've looked in 3 years.
Would you say Von Miller is sort of like the captain on that defense?
Yeah. Trey White's gone. He got hurt last week.
Yep. Exactly.
So when Von gets back, you guys know Von Miller. Come on.
There is not an expected comeback as of right now, but we will
practice this week. I know that for a fact. He started practice this week. So I mean, listen, Buffalo fans, 4 weeks I think is what and then within the next 4 weeks, that's right before Thanksgiving, you know. So or at Thanksgiving, don't rush it back. You don't want a guy to rush back from that injury. So
yeah, like Joe Burrow.
Vaughn, we're happy you're coming back, but your career is way too valuable to rush back. So don't rush it back. You're way too good to rush back. You know yourself. Come on, guy.
So bullshit. Like I don't want teams.
We here are hoping you come back healthy and just as dominant as you were beforehand.
Absolutely.
And destroy the Giants. Anyway.
And anyone could destroy the Giants. I don't think you could get pass rushing on the Giants if it tried hard enough. Bro, high schoolers could get pressure on the quarterback against that offensive line. It's like last year never even happened. We'll save that for the game, though. It's okay.
We'll save that for
I got
the
you
game.
guys.
But yeah, as Chooch mentioned, Bills cornerback Tre'Davious White is out for the season, unfortunately. And yeah, that's gonna stink.
Sucks.
That hurts.
Yeah.
I think Teron Johnson went down in the same game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he came back last week though. I don't know if he came back Sunday in the game, but I know he went down like literally 3 plays after Trey got hurt.
Yeah.
Or same quarter or something like that. But like that sucks because your secondary is already thin. You haven't drafted in it. Don't know why, but whatever. You know, you only got two of your best secondary guys are 30, so time to start getting guys in there.
Well, and you know the thing is too that just doesn't make sense with that. It's like, all right, sure, you took some picks kind of out of luxury this year, especially like Dalton Kincaid. Why wouldn't you look at a cornerback there or a safety? Because it's like, that's where you're lacking. Heck, Tre'Davious White, whenever he does get injured, which is more often than people would like to admit,
Yeah.
why don't you have somebody there, a young gun who's ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah, especially that a lot of people on that defense is aging, and
Well,
you don't want to have that at any
If
time.
if you look at the Beans' managerial records, they're known for just building a team and then letting it go away. So,
Right.
and yes, I was quoting UAs.
But yeah, we hope he comes back. Speaking of other cornerbacks getting injured, unfortunately, Christian Gonzalez, rookie for the Patriots,
That
is also out for the season.
That kills.
That's the JC Jackson, the need for JC Jackson right there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll tell you what, Christian Gonzalez was going to be the next best thing. He is. He's going to be the next best thing. The kid's a stud.
That's what me and Cole were talking about on the last NFL episode when Cole asked what are the type of scenarios for each player and sort of their career of like what are they feeling when they get injured. I think Cole ask how a rookie feels, how an aging player like a late and near their retirement, and how like a middle of the road
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a middle of the road guy, it's kind of like, all right, I can get hurt, but like I'm not going to miss much time, but I'm going to miss a chance to develop. But the older guys, it's like, okay, what does this have in my career? And then the younger guys, it's what does this have in my? It's the same mindset at the two opposite ends. I think. How does it affect me going forward? Well, I guess it would be forward would be this way for me, but I'm trying to figure out the mic how the camera works. But going forward, so.
I think also a thing to add with the younger guys is this going to be a hindrance on my career? Is this going to be a thing that people will bring up multiple times? Oh, he got injured his rookie season, and that's what people are going to make excuses about. And I hope this doesn't happen to Christian.
Look on Saquon and Christian McCaffrey for that.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, but see, McCaffrey got out of Carolina, and like he also isn't 100% of the offense in San Francisco. So obviously, he's able to it's not as big a workload. He still gets the same workload, but it's not as demanding. Sort of say. Saquon's was a freak injury, was a low hit, was a cheap hit to begin with, but started the whole ankle injury.
Mm-hmm.
And Jonathan Taylor is just, I think his is just wear. So from running physical at Wisconsin, then you had 1 year where you literally went off. Started to the second year and then bam, got hurt. Surprise.
See, and can we just say, like, this is, I guess, a personal take, and I want to know what you guys think about it. Can we agree that running back injuries are the worst in terms of how much effect it has on an offense and on a running back? Because, they get utilized the most. If you look, throughout the last 10 years, it's always been that way.
So, I have a question for you guys quick.
Shoot. Okay.
Hold on. I'll let Jacob go. I got to find this quick. But I'll let Jacob go.
So I think that's two different perspectives. That's a fan perspective that actually knows the team well and what the team needs to be successful, and then the corporate position. The fan thinks, let's take Nick Chubb for example. All right. Nick Chubb's injury, fans were like, oh man, that's literally our best player, our best the best running back in the league. Him going down is going to have somewhat of a hindrance on our team, on offense, really badly, and that's a really bad issue that we can confront. Let's make a trade. Let's get a signing, and luckily the Browns did follow up with the signing with Kareem Hunt. But the corporate position is like, oh, they're running backs. They get injured all the time. Let's just throw them out the window, wait for him to come back, just to use him 30 more times. then get injured next season, and it's just a continuous cycle is what I feel like with the corporate position things.
So
running backs feel so overused and underpaid, and that's what a lot of people are thinking. A lot of people are seeing right now.
This all goes back to my Le'Veon Bell theory. Cole, I think, knows my Le'Veon Bell theory.
I do.
If you're going to use a running back for both, running back, like being a running back and a pass catcher, you need to pay them as such.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what the Niners are doing which is what happened with CMC. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Le'Veon Bell didn't get that.
Right.
Saquon should get that. Personally, listen, when he's been helped. I'm knocking on wood right now. Okay. He's been healthy for a year now. A year and 4 months. A year and a month of football. Okay. Saquon's been healthy. Nothing. He hasn't been out for multiple weeks. Just like when he's there, it's evident. And back to your Nick Chubb point, best running back in football. He goes down. Yeah, that kind of changes the Browns' offense, but the Browns have so many running backs. Why does it matter?
Mm-hmm.
But that's also, running back, the career's short now because it's such a demanding position physically.
Run them into the ground.
The guys like Jerick McKinnon are a dime a dozen. Latavius Murray, the guys that are still around from back in the day, from when Cole and I were teenagers, the guys that are back are still around. It's impressive. Getting 10 years out of running back is impressive. But the question I was going to ask you is, who is scarier to tackle in the open in their prime? Derrick Henry, AP, Zeke, or Jerome Bettis? I say AP.
Oh, I'm gonna go Jerome Bettis.
Also, my buddy did forget Steven Jackson in that.
Oh, that's another one. I'm going with the bus though.
No, I'm taking AP on that one. Jacob, what you got? Who you got?
If you would have asked me this question maybe like a year ago, I would have been like, "Oh yeah, Derrick Henry's really scary, really scary to tackle now." But now that he's started, we can see the progression, the regression of Derrick Henry. Not saying he's like a bad running back, and he
just
can't
the wear and tear of how often you have the football and how often you're getting hit.
Not saying that he can literally grab a guy's jersey and just throw them across the field.
Yeah.
But you can see that he's regressing, especially since the past couple of years. I have to go AP too. I feel like he's a lot scarier than Derrick Henry at the moment.
So I do have another interesting thought while we're on the topic of contracts as well. And I'm going to go back to something Jacob said a week ago. It is going to come to a point that incentives are going to be the main way of paying because no more
quarterbacks mainly.
I think I said this 3 weeks ago.
I think every position.
I think I even said this 3 or 4 weeks ago at the beginning of the season with we were talking about I think the Kareem Hunt contract and someone's other.
Oh, that's right.
And I think the Mike Evans contract. I said incentives are going to be the way to go. It's going to be incentive-based contracts. They're not going to have it's not as taxed as much and doesn't count against the salary cap.
I brought up that point when we were talking about Joe Burrow and how he's been doing this season, which, as we've seen this week, is still not. Doing well.
Honestly, them and the Giants are in a really weird spot, right? Listen, Daniel Jones, he's got every intangible in the world, but last season didn't even happen for this team. It looks like,
right?
and for the Bengals, it looks like the team Joe Burrow took over his rookie year.
Not there.
Joe, at this point, just sit out and let yourself get healthy if your team's not going to be playing this well. Don't risk yourself because, that's just the thought. But yeah,
early in the season, I'll miss 2 games at most.
Guys are going to take what they think they should be paid. This is what my average salary is per year, right? This is what you owe me. Then I want this on incentives. Bam, you're saving money for teams. This isn't a hard concept. This should have been done 10 years ago. Actually, Le'Veon Bell should have been the first person to do this. But I'm just a guy.
We're just guys with microphones.
Shoot, if you missed my point last week, I was talking about Joe Burrow, and I was saying that since he got paid the highest contract or whatever as of last week, because it changes like every other day.
Facts.
We were talking about how there's a history of quarterbacks getting paid like a buttload of money and them just crapping out on themselves. So I was saying that in the future, I'm seeing contracts for quarterbacks be like have 50 incentives in them. will you get this much if you get injured? Like if you don't get injured, you'll get this much if you make the Pro Bowl however many times. You'll get this much if you go to the playoffs this many times. If you go to the Super Bowl, you get a bonus. If like stuff like that.
You're at certain completion percentage. Your touchdown interception ratio is a certain percentage. Yeah.
And then on added bonuses, like if you get an extra whatever, if you make MVP, you get an extra whatever if it's like and win an award or anything, something like that. I'm trying to predict how quarterback contracts are going to work because the way it's working right now, as we can see, is not working. The only way I see it right now is with Lamar Jackson, and I know, it's Lamar Jackson. He's doing pretty good this season, and you can't deny that.
So
other than the first game,
back to the quarterback contracts, so that's tough, right? Because obviously, like we just said, the Joe Burrow situation, the Daniel Jones situation, Josh Allen, he got paid 2 years ago or last year or whatever.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyways, remember his play those first couple of years after he got paid was awful. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying this is Joe Burrow's fault. I'm not saying this is Daniel Jones' fault. I think Daniel Jones is getting rushed and he's making the reads he made this rookie year. And I don't think it's Dab's fault this team's bad. I also don't think it's Joe Burrow's fault or Zach Taylor's fault that team is bad in Cincinnati. I think it's just people found weaknesses and certain players can't leave because of, money things or, hey, this guy is the leader of this thing and we need him to keep it at least somewhat formal. Like this O-lines, things can change in football in an instant, right? But I think quarterback contracts, yes, they do need to be reevaluated. But remember, we're also in kind of a changing of the guard for quarterbacks too right now, right? Like we have those middle guys, your Goffs, your Carrs, your what I'm talking about, your Genos, your middle of your guys that were like, hey, they were top 15 quarterbacks in the league. Now they're the old guys.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers is the only old guy left that is on top of his game. The only one. Am I wrong?
No.
The only one left. Rivers is gone. Eli, Peyton, all of them are gone. He's
Brady.
The last one left. Brady, yeah. He's the last one left. And, once that guard's gone, it's Mahomes, Allen, Herbert, Burrow. Contracts are going to change then.
Yeah. Let's get back on track with the NFL news. We have one more thing with Chandler Jones from the Raiders being released and arrested. Both go hand in hand. He got released because he was arrested. Allegedly violating a temporary protection order for DV.
For domestic violence.
For domestic violence, yes.
Yeah, that's why he was arrested. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if you guys seen any videos of him going on like Instagram Live or whatever.
I've been following this for a minute.
Bad, worse than Antonio Brown. Bad. I'm gonna say that.
But listen, man, this shouldn't be happening this onset. But this shouldn't be this quick onset. I mean, Antonio Brown's was different. It was a vicious hit. First of all, the hit that got Antonio Brown there was illegal. I don't care. Anyone says that a linebacker hitting a receiver like that. No, I'm sorry. I get it. It's football. It's a combat. It's a physical sport. I was gonna say combat sport, but come on, guys.
Yeah.
But
he's also been in there for a long time. He's 33 years old.
Yeah. See, I keep thinking he's younger for some reason. But I forget. But then I remember he was a Pat. Back in the day, and then it's like, oh, you were that guy.
You were that Jones.
The one that made every offensive line miserable for years.
Yeah, and now he's making all of our minds miserable. But like the things he's saying, who I can't remember. I cannot remember who was the tight end that went to prison. And
Aaron Hernandez.
He was saying that like some other NFL quarterback, like NFL player, killed Aaron Hernandez. I'm not saying this is what Chandler Jones was saying on Instagram Live. Like the things he was saying was freaking outrageous and outlandish, and I really hope this guy can get the help that he needs because it's horrible.
But this is why they get paid so much.
Yeah,
No, for real. So when they miss time, they're not missing anything.
it's just horrible to think
They
about.
make their companies money and they get paid for it. And this is part of the reason why they get paid so much for medical reasons like this.
It's sad. Like this guy was a productive member of society that did he played football and he was in the NFL and now he went this is it's just really sad to see. I'm surprised he didn't get released sooner off of
The
stuff
the brain is such a sensitive muscle. I don't know why my camera is doing this right now, but the brain is a very sensitive thing, as everyone knows. Obviously repeated damage to it isn't good. Why do you think fighters at the end of their career, when they get punched, they just go out? It's a safety mechanism for your brain. Football players don't have that because they're protected anyway, so the brain can't recognize, hey, I'm in danger until it's way too late, and then this happens. And even with all this stuff in football, I mean, yeah, these guys say these helmets are safer, but they're tighter.
Yes.
It's like okay, I'm going to bring NASCAR into it. It's like the new Cup cars, right? Last year, they were better cars, but they were stiff. Kurt Busch had to retire because of a concussion. We had more injuries last year, guys sitting out, than we have in the last almost 15 years in NASCAR. So, I mean, all in all, you get what I'm saying, though. Like, you'd think with all the stuff we have, we could prevent this, and we can't because the brain's such a sensitive thing.
Yeah, it's also the fact, concussions were oh, it's a fine, you just got a concussion. But now it's dude, you got a concussion. Let him sit out. Please let him breathe. Can you just let oxygen get into his brain? But back when he played in the 2000s, it was coach, you got a concussion. Oh, you're fine. Go on, boy. Come on, you got it. Make that tackle.
Use your head.
I can't count anymore, coach. You're fine.
Coach, what did I have for breakfast this morning?
I
don't know, boy. Tell me.
Take your vitamins, coach. Take your
Walk
vitamins.
it off.
Walk it off.
Yeah. In all actuality, I really hope Chandler, he gets some serious help because he really needs it.
Right.
We are ready to go on to the week 4 games though. Starting off this with a banger. Lions versus Green Bay. 34-20. Congratulations, Lions.
You must be happy.
Yeah. This Pat McAfee said this on his show. He said that this is the first time that the Lions were favored over Green Bay in over 40 years.
Yep.
And it goes to show.
But also the last 40 years, Detroit's had Matt Stafford, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, while Green Bay's had Brett Favre, and over the last 40 years, you know what I'm saying? That's a crazy stat. Imagine being so on top of a team for so long that's hey, for 40 years you haven't been favored.
That's wild.
That doesn't happen in professional sports, man.
It really doesn't. This Lions defense actually showed up in the first and second quarter and a little early in the third quarter. Isn't that crazy?
Damn,
I
5 sacks.
Crazy?
5 sacks.
I didn't know what
Lions.
I was watching.
Isn't it crazy when Aiden Hutchinson does not get held every single play? Isn't that insane?
And still only had 3 QB hits and no sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey guys,
QB
you want to talk about the sacks and Aiden Hutchinson's, but how about Jerry Jacobs, man? 2 interceptions.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. It's crazy. He's just insane.
Jordan Love's first bad week in a while.
Well, in a while. This is his 4th game.
I know, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's a whole month.
Yeah.
It's against an actual team that wants to do something with their season. And
You mean get beat in the playoffs? Oh, sorry.
no.
Yeah, I got him.
But yeah, I'm really happy with this Lions team. And Green Bay, Jordan Love just didn't show up today, and that happens, and that's allowed when you're doing this well in your conference and in just records in general. When you have teams that went to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago and you can't get 2 wins, so
Also, David Montgomery did David Montgomery things. 32 carries, 121 yards, and 3 TDs.
He literally has the amount of touchdowns in the last 2 weeks that he had all last year.
No, I'm not saying I don't like Jamal Williams, but I'm glad we got David Montgomery. And
he just adds a different wrinkle to every offense he's in. He's added a different wrinkle to it. It's been better. Except for the Bears one, but that wasn't the Bears' fault.
Right.
David Montgomery, when he first came on the team, we were a little skeptical because of we love Jamal Williams, and it's just like Dave. Thank you, Dave.
I mean, I'd love a guy too if he was money from within inside the tens.
Oh hell yeah!
Shut up. let me love a player, man.
Sorry,
I loved his personality. Is what all of us loved.
Isn't that what every guy says?
Yeah. That's why Taylor Swift liked Travis Kelce. Anyway, going on to the Falcons versus Jaguars games. Jaguars take this 23-7. Falcons.
Is anybody
what are you doing?
surprised? I mean,
I expected the Jaguars to win, but not this bunch. Not this bunch.
To be fair, Jacksonville had a rough game last week against no, who did they play last week? Houston, right?
yeah, they got hammered down by CJ Stroud and Houston.
Also, we'll get there. Actually, we'll cover that topic when we get to that team. But man, not surprised Atlanta lost, but surprised by the amount of points they lost by. I thought the offense and the defense was a bit better, but that Jaguars team's good.
Yeah,
better than people think they are. Also, I need to have another talk with the Falcons head coach. Yep, bring it in, buddy. Hey, why the hell aren't you giving Kyle Pitts the ball? Seriously, what the hell? 2 targets, 2 receptions, 21 yards. Get him the freaking ball, please.
No. Are you saying this because you like Kyle Pitts or because you have him in your fantasy?
A little bit of both.
I knew the answer to that. Come on.
I mean, hey, I'm going to be honest. Get him the freaking ball if you want to win. And if you want to continue being mediocre, hand the ball off to Algier and Robinson for 5 million more attempts.
Yeah, they really need to stop using Robinson before he gets injured because I'm kind of scared that they're going to injure Robinson.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, we want to see him, but don't have every play be Robinson just running. It's just.
Now, to ask you your question, are you saying this because you like Robinson or because he's on your fantasy?
Or because you're facing fantasy?
Why would I want him to not be running when he's on my fantasy?
Because you want his longevity.
All right, I have him on my fantasy. Use him every play. Come on.
Every play. Change quick.
Hand it off. Every play. Come on. Give me 75 points. I need to win a game.
And then when he gets injured next week.
But yeah. Jaguars, you did amazing. Falcons, you need to step up. Just in your offense.
Signature Jags win, honestly.
Use more versatility in your offense, Falcons.
Yes, like Kyle Pitts.
You're just saying that because you want fantasy points.
No, I mean, on a serious note, I love him as a player, and he should get more touches because he is that good.
You love to hear it. Dolphins versus Bills. Bills winning this one 48-20. Now, after the performance, the absolute like movie marathon that the Dolphins did on the Broncos, I was expecting a little more. I'm gonna be honest. I was expecting a little more from the Dolphins.
Same.
Because this game was the exact phrase of "that is when a boy messed with a man."
Yeah.
The Bills, Josh Allen. I mean, they destroyed the Dolphins. This was beautiful.
Yeah. Was this expected?
No.
Like, I thought they would at least put 30, the Dolphins, after scoring 70 last week. But nope.
I mean, that's all we kept hearing, though, was like how great the Dolphins are, how great Tua is, how great Jalen Waddle, how great Tyreek Hill. I mean, where was the offense? I couldn't find it. I tried to squint at the screen. It was hard to see.
And where was the defense as well?
Honestly, dude, listen, Miami looked completely outclassed.
Yes.
Yeah. Just the Bills' offense in general really stepped up, especially with a personnel of the Denver Broncos. team with a pretty good offense, just no defense. Only what was it, like 70-20, right?
Yeah, you know, it's
So-
only like the biggest. It's only like the biggest point differential in between games.
Ever. But yeah, what are the takeaways? What are even the takeaways of this game besides, you're still first in both your divisions?
I mean,
So-
Tua didn't have a bad game.
no, he didn't.
It was just Buffalo. It was just everything else that honestly I don't even know what happened in this game except for the fact that I think Buffalo just made a few better plays.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think the offense was a lot smarter than the defense on this side.
Here is my takeaways. I mean, Devon A-Chain is that guy. I
Yeah.
mean, 8 carries, 101 yards, 2 TDs. Love that guy. Like you were saying, Cheech, Stu had a pretty good game. But Josh Allen, oh my, 4 touchdowns, 320 yards, 0 interceptions. He was playing pissed off. There's no doubt.
I think he took that loss from earlier in the year from that Jets game a little
From the
bit
Jets?
personal. Because since then, bro, he's been Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He's
He's been the Josh Allen we fell in love with.
No, they do. The Jets play the Bills again.
Yeah, they're in the same division.
Later.
Yeah, they're in the same division. You'll play your divisional teams.
I know. But it took me a second to realize how mad do you think if he's mad in this game against a team not even in the division?
I got ready. The Bills will always struggle to play the Jets. You know why?
Why?
Because the Jets' defense is incredibly scary and incredibly good, but they have no offense to help their defense, so they can't win games. It's always been that way. Even when Rex Ryan was coach, the defense was fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 85 points for the Bills.
Not even, bro. I say they score 35 at a max.
Max?
Against the Jets? Yeah.
But a lot of people could be injured by then. That's late in the season.
True.
Maybe the Jets have a quarterback and win that game. Who knows?
You're saying Zach Wilson couldn't be it?
Who?
After this week, I think Zach Wilson's who.
Put Mike White back. Put Mike White back in.
I'd be happy.
You can't. He's in Miami, I think. Just kidding.
Yeah. Speaking of Broncos, though, Broncos face the Bears this weekend. This is the game I was excited about because there's finally a win on these guys. Yes.
Let's go.
Broncos
country.
Let's ride.
The fact that you struggled, though, against the Bears, the fact that this was a close game makes me a little sick. I'm not going to lie.
Hey, but guys, Justin Field threw
Did
more
pretty
touchdown
well.
passes in this game than he has all year.
Then he
He's
has
finally
his
at
entire
7.
season.
I'm pretty sure Jared Goff's at like 11.
Then he has his entire career.
You guys remember? This Bears team was supposed to be the team to beat in the NFC North apparently this year, but I ain't seeing that team. I'm not seeing the head coaching even make this team good.
No.
Dude, the coaching department's literally falling apart. One dude got raided by the FBI. And then I think their building got raided by the FBI as well.
Are we gonna say too the fact that the Bears blew this lead?
Yes, wasn't it? Was like 28-3.
I
Tom
thought this game
Brady.
was-
I hate. Tom Brady's spirit possessed Russell Wilson this day.
No, that was just Russell Wilson coming out of his shell. That's all.
Let Chef Russ cook.
Chef Russ. Let Chef Wilson cook.
Chef Russ.
But yeah, I'm really happy to see Russell Wilson sort of not. I don't want to say he bounced back because I don't really think anyone on this team bounced. I don't want to say anyone on the Broncos team bounced back.
No,
because the defense this year is still abysmal somehow. Me and Cole are still trying to ponder how or why.
No, I don't get it.
And you let the Bears score 28 points. That should not be a thing that could happen. That shouldn't be a thing.
No, it shouldn't.
No.
Even if Justin Fields is popping off, it's still Justin Fields. It's still the Bears. It's still the Bears wide receivers. It's still the Bears O-line. That's not an excuse until the Bears get 28 points on you, especially when your offense has 3 points. That was embarrassing the first half. But Russ cooked an excellent meal.
Yes,
Got 31 points. Especially, wasn't there a punt return as well, I think?
I know there was, but I don't remember who by.
Yeah.
It
So
should say
congratulations
in
to the
box score.
Broncos.
I'm already on the next game, or I would tell
First win of the season. And it's week 4. Congratulations.
Let's ride.
All right, moving on to the Browns versus the Ravens.
You got to be happy about this.
I'm a happy fan of the Ravens and the Lions, man. The Ravens absolutely blow out the Browns, 28-3. Tom Brady, you kept this record. You kept this score with you. There's another team. There's another group I think got 28-3. No, there isn't.
No, don't even start. Also, DTR was the starter for Cleveland in this game. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, because Deshaun was out.
Oh, hey, listen, 19 of 36. That ain't bad. You got 3 picks though.
3, yeah. Which
Looking like Nick out there in Madden field.
looking like Josh Allen week 1.
I honestly think this game talked more about the Browns than it did the Ravens, just because DTR starting, and of course you're out with Nick Chubb, and I just think the questions that arise are, where exactly is the stronghold for the Browns? What is this team made of going forward? And so far, not a positive answer. I'm not taking anything away from the Ravens. I'm just saying that was an ass kicking.
Yeah.
Would you agree that this game made the Browns get more questions than they could handle?
I mean, no, because Nick Chubb's out and you were missing your starting quarterback.
Yeah. Or it just goes to show how good this Ravens D is. So
I'm not ready to say that yet. I like their defense.
Yes.
I'm just not ready to crown them.
I'm with Cole on this one. Listen, it's a John Harbaugh defense. They're going to be taught the right thing to do, and they're going to be good no matter what.
Forgot to say. Let's go back to NFL news. Jameson Williams. I really wanted to put this in. I forgot about it though. Jameson Williams got his sort of suspension cut, so he will be back in week 5. Let's go. I'm excited.
I can't wait for that. He's one heck of a ball player.
It's about time.
You know how fast he is too on the field.
Oh yeah,
we do.
He's one of the fastest receivers in the league. I think he's right behind Tyreek Hill. I'm gonna be honest.
We shall see.
The questions going in: Will this sort of missing 1 through 5 sort of hinder him? Do you think?
I think there's a little rust, but I think he gets past that and starts balling out sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I think this game he'll do okay. Maybe get like 2 receptions, not a lot of yards, but then next week he's gonna bounce back for sure.
Exactly.
All right. Taking a little break there. Going into the Bengals versus Titans game. Now, Cole, this is a question for you.
Yes.
Is this when you click the panic button?
No, I don't think so. I mean, look, I know everybody wants to hop on the Bengals are awful train, season's over, pack it up, but I'm just not there yet, because look at the facts. Derrick Henry was the biggest, this was his best game by far. I think we can all agree on that this year. And
wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not even gonna lie, that's good.
That was the Bengals. That was, but Derrick Henry was the reason, and the defense did not help whatsoever. So I think this is more a team loss than anything. I'm not ready to flash the sirens just yet. I still think they can right the ship and head back into a positive direction. I still think they're going to have a deep playoff run. I know I sound crazy right now, but watch. This team will be back.
Okay.
Plus,
now,
how healthy is Joe Burrow actually?
We don't know because he keeps on playing. He keeps on playing. I still think, I'm going to say this. Joe Burrow, I'm not saying he is an idiot. I'm saying he's doing an idiotic thing of, he has a calf injury in practice. Okay, he's going to maybe miss week 1 or week 2 at week 2 at most, right?
Right.
oh, I'll come back and reactivate this injury that I have and miss more games than what I would have, and then miss later games to push for the playoffs. So I think Joe Burrow, that was a idiotic decision to come back, because I know even doctors approved him, but he still should have been like made a smart decision and go, I shouldn't play for the sake of my team's playoff potential. And I don't understand I don't understand Joe Burrow's mindset coming into
Yeah, but their chances automatically go up with him on the field than they do with him off the field.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Would you rather miss week 1 or week 2? Or
I mean, I'd rather miss the first. I mean, no, I'd rather miss 1 or 2 and then not instead of missing multiple games. But if I had the choice, I wouldn't miss a single game, especially if you're paying me that much.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, if I'm getting paid that much, I'd be like, all right, I'll show up middle to the end of the season. I'll miss week 1 and 2.
No,
because this calf injury, it's pretty bad right now. No, get out there, champ. You get it.
Help his O-line's been garbage.
Sure.
That is true.
Well,
the Titans had 10 quarterback hits.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up too, but I'm just gonna say, I mean, this just shows, in my opinion, and some people might not like this. Zach Taylor is not a very good coach. I'm just gonna be honest. I just, I think he is the perfect example of an NFL version of a Gene Chizik or an Ed Ogeron, because he's getting carried right now by elite talent, and that's why he looks like, how he does. And now that elite talent isn't there to carry him, we're seeing the true Zach Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, so next week they face the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
If they do bad that game, will you click the panic button?
I will be a little bit more concerned than now, but no, I won't be fully panicked.
Yeah, I'm with Cole. I mean, I think I'd be a little bit more panicked than usual because, I mean, Arizona's not supposed to be good.
I mean, they did beat the Cowboys.
Bro, it's the Cowboys.
All right.
I mean,
they shot the Giants, but it's the Cowboys, bro.
On that note, we're going to the next game. Rams versus Colts. Rams taking this one into overtime, winning by 29-3. Almost. Man. This was a closer game than I thought it would, especially how Puka Nacua and Tutu Atwell doing amazing things right now, especially Puka Nacua.
Right.
Dude, he's popping off.
I'm going to say this. Real quick, just a thumbs up, clap for this Colts team, because they are the most resilient team in the NFL right now. Last 2 weeks, games they should have been out of, and they won last week in overtime, and this week they force a game that had no business going to overtime. So I just wanted to bring up that side note. Don't ever count this Colts team out this year.
Yeah, I will say the Colts have heart, and
They
heart go a long way. Now, I'm going to ask a question about Puka Nacua. Do you potentially see him being Offensive Player of the Year?
There's a shot
for the AFC.
Puka Nacua.
That's NFC, and maybe it's possible. I spilled Mountain Dew. Sorry, I walked away.
I think it could be possible. I think especially what we're seeing right now, it's freaking. He already has 501 yards.
So I'm going to tell you to keep this in mind. Cooper Kupp is practicing this week, so how sharp of a dive in numbers do you have once Kupp gets back? That's another thing to think about too.
He's a good WR too. I'll say that. And getting drafted, he was the 177th pick in the 2023 draft.
Yep.
So that's a good move by the Rams to pick him up, especially that late. That's a 5th round pick.
Right.
So the fact that he's that late in the draft and he's getting this much attention, this many yards, this many catches, it's weird seeing that he only has one touchdown, but he has 501 yards and 39 receptions, and it's week 4. Like,
yeah, I mean,
how
he's
can you
been
not
the
love
heart
this
and
guy?
soul of the Rams offense.
Yeah, and plus Matt Stafford knows, all right, this guy's doing really good. Feed him the ball, you know.
Exactly.
So if you had to put stocks on it for a long term, would you put some stock into Puka Nacua?
I would put a little. I would not go a whole lot, but I also think Kyron Williams is another factor to the offense that hasn't gotten enough praise too. I mean, just as a tailback, 25 carries for 103 with 2 TDs. So I just wanted to give him a little shout out. But what about you, Chooch?
Sorry, I was cleaning up. I missed that. Sorry.
So
If
if there's like a stock kind of thing right now, would you put some stock into Puka Nacua for the long term?
A little bit, not a lot. Like I said, I
I'd
want to
put
see what
50 bucks.
I want to see what happens when Cooper Kupp comes
Cup
back.
comes back,
I want to see what his numbers look like then. I mean, because then you got Higbee and Kupp back with Stafford, so we'll see. But yeah, like Cole said, Kyron's been killing it. So
Yeah. This Rams offense, I think we overlooked. So far, there are 2 teams that we overlooked so far: the Bucks and now the Rams.
agreed.
The Rams aren't doing as hot as the Bucks right now, but they're still doing a lot better than what I think we expected them.
the Rams don't have the defense the Bucks have.
Yes.
The Bucks still have. That's one unit that's almost relatively unchanged from the Super Bowl team is that defense. It's almost the
Right.
same guys there with a few new names, but like the O line changed a lot there. But Baker, listen, we all know Baker can play quarterback. That's why the offense is doing so well. Sam, listen, that's Sam. Matt Stafford been playing good football. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks of our generation. So,
yeah.
sorry,
so
him and
far,
Aaron are the last 2 guys of the guard there, and Russ.
1,229 yards with 3 TDs. Matt Stafford has QBR of 61.5. So,
Also, I want to give an unsung hero shout out. This might become a trend in games. Maybe let me know what you think in the comments. But my unsung hero this game, Trey Sermon. And I know you might look at the stats or have watched the game and you're going, wait, he only had 3 carries for 7 yards. I mean, why would you say that? If you saw him on blocking, he was unbelievable, especially against Aaron Donald. Like he blew me away with how much time he helped with Anthony Richardson. Like, that is something that does not get looked at enough is how much these running backs help in terms of picking up blitzes and buying extra time for the QB. So Trey Sermon, you deserve it this week.
yeah. Oh, crap. Oh, my God. 2 days ago, Rams QB Matt Stafford dealing with hip contusion. Matt,
miss
no. Matt, how did I miss that? I did not see anything about that.
I'm wondering the same thing because that usually pops up on my stuff.
Matt, please don't die on us. Matt.
Oh, God.
The Rams
Come
need
on,
you. Please.
We love you, Matt.
Football needs
Who's
you,
their
Matt
backup?
Stafford.
Well,
I'll tell you who is not. Nope. Nope. He's probably at AA's or something. So
Is it still Perkins? I know it used to be.
it's a guy with a name. I know that for a fact. I
It's
don't
a guy
think it's
with a
either one.
name.
Hey, it could be Blake Bortles for all we know.
True. Nathan Peterman, hopefully.
Oh no, hopefully not.
Let me go to the depth chart. They have Stetson Bennett with a big red O on his thing.
Ooh.
Brett Ripien.
Brett Ripien.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Subpar.
According to Chooch and Cole, it's pretty good.
He's all right.
I didn't
All
say
right.
pretty good. I said subpar.
Let's get to the next
subpar.
one, though, Jacob.
Yeah.
Bucks versus Saints. Bucks taking this one 26-9. Bucks just doing great as usual,
No surprise here.
especially against Saints.
And I'm going to come out and say it. Derek Carr and that Saints offense have been. Honestly, the head coach might be the problem there, all the offensive calling, because Derek Carr's never looked like this.
Yeah, no.
Even in Oakland, Vegas, whatever you want to call it, the Raiders.
New
I agree.
Vegas, Oakland.
The way I'm seeing it is that it's like either it's either Derek Carr or his offensive teammates butting heads, or it's the coach and Derek Carr butting heads.
Listen,
Just
he threw the
something
ball
going.
37 times last week and only had 127 yards.
Yeah.
23
Well,
completions. That's almost, 6 yards a pass?
I mean, I think it was just a mix of things, really, because if you look at it, the Bucks defense, I mean, we've praised them enough. They're very good. One interception, 3 sacks, 5 QB hits. And then on top of that, if you have, inner things for like, as the Saints, if you have inner problems, that makes it 10 times worse versing this team. Not to mention you got a pretty good offense there with Baker Mayfield at the helm. So the more and more you mess up, the more and more, he's going to abuse your team. And he did 25 for 32, 32 attempts, 246 yards and 3 TDs. I know he had, the one interception, but it's like a train coming full force. And meanwhile, you're sitting there bickering on the tracks and you don't see it coming. Like, that's what this game was.
Yeah. The way I see it, I don't think, and it really sucks because Michael Thomas and Chris Olave are on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Could it be? This is a question for you guys. Could it be maybe the wide receivers are either butting heads with Derek Carr, or they're just not working as well as they should for the
that offense hasn't been the same since Drew Brees left.
True.
Which that's been you guys had a while to get back on track. So is it going to start now or what?
I mean, Derek Carr was supposed. I don't think it's Derek Carr. I don't think he's the problem. I don't think it's any of that. Any of what you said. I don't think any of what you said is the problem. I think it's calling. I think it's play calling.
I think
give Derek Carr those shots downfield.
Agreed.
You have the guys that can make. You have the receivers for it. We know that. We saw it. We literally saw it in what was it? The first week win.
Yeah.
Derek Carr threw an absolute beautiful throw down there. He didn't even tell the guy where to run it. Where to run. He was going to do it, and he did it, and it worked. So I don't know. Maybe put more of the offense in his hands than your coordinator. Why don't coaches do that? Hey, you're doing good. You're making good calls. Here, do this.
Let the hot hand go.
Have fun. Have fun. Tell the wide receivers what to do. Let's go.
Used to back in the day.
Heck yeah. Peyton Manning, man.
So yeah, I think it's the offense, the offensive coordinators or the head coach that's somewhat butting this Saints to getting its true potential.
Or it could be the offensive coordinator and the head coach. Maybe they have two different, ideas.
Maybe they're planning a scheme to go against the Saints. They're working together in this evil plot.
Yeah, they're going to draft Caleb Williams, and then Derek Carr is the quarterback of the New York Giants.
All right.
Which I wanted this year anyways.
Caleb Williams to the Saints wouldn't be horrible. I
don't think he's all he's chalked up to be. I think he's fantastic. I think he's a good athlete, but I don't think he's going to work in the pros.
I mean, when you're playing soft Pac-12 defenses every week, it's really tough to say.
It's not even that. It's listen, the decision making's there. This is more of a college talk episode, anyways. But to put the hammer in the head and get it out there before people start saying it, he's fantastic, right? But I think the moves he makes aren't going to last in the pros. They're too fast. We've seen this.
That's fair.
He's got Zach Wilson magic, but look at Zach Wilson now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's on Zach Wilson's level. He's far above it, but y'all get what I'm saying. I think Drake May's more of the way Drake May runs an offense is more, hey, you're going to be more fit for this than he is. Because, I mean, naming the last Lincoln Riley quarterback to actually work out.
I mean, technically,
it isn't. I mean, yeah, but it isn't Baker's fault.
Oh yeah.
No, this clip is going to bite you in the
throw
butt.
a ball downfield more than 50 yards, so I won't count that.
This clip is going to bite you by 4 years. When Caleb Williams is better than Patrick Mahomes, he has 15 Super Bowls in 3 years somehow.
Yep, I know.
79 MVPs.
I mean, listen, I called Dwayne Haskins.
Never missed a Super Bowl in his entire life. Known as better than Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes combined.
What's the next game here?
Commanders versus the Eagles. Eagles win this game in overtime, 34-31. props to this Commanders offense for keeping up with the Eagles, making the defense work hard.
Timeout. First of all, Eagles should not have won this football game. This should have been the Commanders game all the way. Secondly, Sam Howell shutting you guys up, isn't he? I feel like we've been saying something for like 2 years now about this kid.
Oh yeah.
And now
but they don't listen.
And people are jumping on the train now. And we're like, bro, we manufactured the train in North Carolina, son. Chapel Hill. We've been doing this for 2 years. Hell, I lost Virginia Tech 2 years ago. We were sitting there going, hey, this kid's fucking good. Watch out. He's better than Mitch. But no, we don't know what we're talking about. We're just two idiots with microphones, right?
We just got the microphones.
Right. Fat Baker Mayfield doing pretty good right now.
Sam Howell.
I don't know why. There's this guy on TikTok who not on TikTok. He's on YouTube. He like covers like, all right, this is what happened week, whatever. And then whenever he talks about Commanders game, Fat Baker Mayfield coming to the hell. I don't know why he calls Sam Howell Fat Baker Mayfield.
Cole, what did I say? What have I said? He's just a little bit bigger Baker Mayfield with better facial hair. I've literally been saying this.
And I'm also going to say this too, and this kind of irritated me in terms of the game, though. I mean, only 14 rushes all game with Brian Robinson? Like, I get Sam Howell's good. Don't get me wrong. I love Sam Howell. I'm not
Antonio
saying
Gibson.
And Gibson, yeah. Why are you not utilizing your backfield more? You got the backs to do it. And honestly, against, and I know the argument is like, oh, well, you have to run against Jalen Carter and Davis and Nakobe Dean. And like, I get it. But, you have to be able to run the football in order to win.
Yeah.
I think.
Listen, the Chiefs couldn't run for shit against them, but you know what happened? They still ran the football.
Exactly.
I mean, granted, they were helped by turf, but
we covered in this episode a lot that the best thing that you can have on your offense is versatility with the play calls.
Exactly.
You can't just go every play out there. All right, run ahead. Come on. Keep on running. Keep on running. All right, let's pass one time. All right, keep on running. Keep on running. Because then you're just too predictable.
Exactly. You have to have balance.
And you can't have it vice versa. All right, pass the ball. Pass the ball. Pass the ball. Picked off. Crap. All right, let's try again. Pass the ball. Pass the ball. Pass the ball. Picked. Dang it. It's like you just get way too predictable with your play calls. And
that's
the defense catches on.
That's typical early 2000s Giants, right? We're going to run the ball forever, right? Now let's throw it and not run the ball the rest of the game.
Yeah.
But to talk about this game, though, this was a thriller. I mean, just back and forth, punching. And then finally the dagger, last second. Well, it was OT, so the time really didn't matter. But still, last play kick, and Jake Elliott just puts the nail in the coffin. I mean, this was by far our best game of the week. No doubt.
Yeah.
That was a 61-yarder, I think it was.
Yeah, it was a pretty deep kick, and he just drills it.
Oh, did you guys see what happened in the Cowboys game?
It was a 54, by the way.
Okay, well, let's get to that 54. Game and talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that game, but it's something relating to the Cowboys kicker. All right, next game, Vikings versus Panthers. Vikings win this game 21-13. They finally got a win, guys. Are you proud?
To be fair, Kirk Cousins literally tried handing Carolina the game in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Did anyone see that pick? Also, I didn't know Kirk Cousins could run that fast. Did you see how he got downfield in that pick six?
I don't think he did. I don't think anyone does.
Was downfield with that man and got blocked by a corner or someone who came up from way back behind the guy returning the football. Kirk Cousins was there and ready to make the tackle. He just got blocked really well.
Hey, man, nothing can stop primetime Kirk.
But hey, you know what? Bryce Young kind of showing he might be good.
Bryce Young, yeah, I think he still has somewhat more to prove. I'm not saying he has to be whatever. I'm not saying he has to be a freaking pro bowler, but I'm saying expectations, the low expectations that he has, that I'm giving him, low expectations that I'm giving him. I don't think he's there yet, but we still have a lot more games in the season to go.
Yeah,
Did not show up here though.
Bryce Young, like I've said in the past, it's literally Bryce Young versus another team. I mean, you got a few guys, sure, you got DJ Chark, you got Terrence Marshall,
Trouble.
you got Miles Sanders, you got Chuba Hubbard, yeah. But
Trouble.
you don't have an O-line. And the fact that Bryce Young has been this successful without an O-line, I mean, that speaks volumes. And not to mention how much Alabama's suffering now without Bryce Young. It does show the impact that Bryce Young's had on that program and over here. I'm not calling him great by any regards. I'm just saying he's doing good in his rookie year. Let's continue to watch. Let's see what happens when defensive coordinators start to figure him out. But as of now, yeah, no, he's doing really good and truly carrying this team.
I think the best rookie right now that got drafted as a quarterback is the Colts, Anthony Richardson. I think he's doing the best right now.
I'm going to disagree and say C.J. Stroud.
I'm with Chooch.
Listen, Anthony Richardson's doing good, but no one's had a bigger impact on a team than C.J. Stroud.
Wait, Chooch, save it for Texans. Believe me, I'm there with you.
Oh, well, that's the next game anyway, so.
Exactly. Let's get there.
All right, we'll get there right now. Steelers versus Texans. Texans. No, hold on. Steelers. Before you say anything, Steelers.
I got you. I got you on the Steelers, bro. Trust me.
Matt?
I got you. I got you, dude. I got you.
Canada.
I got you. That experiment should be over. Listen, if you didn't learn anything from his college time, get rid of the guy.
Boot him out the window.
How can Kenny Pickett go from being literally one of the most athletic guys you've seen come off the field at the quarterback position to this? How is Najee Harris your leading receiver with one reception for 32 yards? Jalen Warren was your number 2 receiver. Running backs. Why are your running backs your lead receivers, guy? You have guys called wide receivers for a reason. Maybe if you could just see that I'm doing all this pre-snap motion I'm doing, no one cares because you're still following me around and they know it ain't going to do a difference. You're in the pros, not college. You're not playing D2 football anymore, son. You're in the NFL where these guys can read this shit, figure it out, or get off this Pittsburgh sideline because this is one of the best franchises in football and you're making a mockery of it with arguably one of the best coaches to coach this franchise. So back to the CJ Stroud thing. Kid's fantastic. This team was not supposed to be this good this early. Right? 2-2. We weren't expecting that. I sure as hell wasn't.
No, me neither.
But back to what I was about to say like 2 minutes ago. Anyone can win. The Indianapolis team just needed a quarterback that was competent to win games. Simple as that. Houston needed a lot more than that. And CJ is doing his thing. Pittsburgh, fire Matt Canada. That's all I got for you. And you won't be losing games like this. Hell, you'd be what I said you were in top of your division right now because the Bengals suck, the Ravens are okay, and the Browns are just garbage. Figure it out. Rant over.
I have to show something from our Discord.
I'm a little
I think this
speechless.
is good.
I'd say that does the trick. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I'd say that will do it. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, that'll help a little.
That is so real.
Dirty J Sports. Thank you for the TikTok.
Yeah, Matt Canada's
If
the
that-
biggest
oh.
joke in coaching right now.
Fraud.
Absolute fraud. I kind of like the new triangle. Like it's a upside down pyramid. I kind of like this now.
Yeah, this is better.
Okay. A little different formatting, but we'll adjust.
We'll take
But yeah, Matt Canada, as Cole said last week, Matt Canada is probably one of the worst offensive coordinators I've ever seen. And I watch Lions games. I watched Lions games.
That was
like-
lack of talent, bud.
Shut up. I don't care. It's just this is one of the saddest things I've ever seen because not only are you ruining like really great players, you're ruining your own reputation of just being at anything in the football world.
He had a good reputation.
Well, not Canada, but the Steelers.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's really abysmal what they're doing. And if they don't boot him within the end of the season, it's gonna be pretty bad. It's gonna be pretty terrible.
Nope, they're gonna keep him around and go. We don't know why this team's awful.
I mean,
Heck,
we're running the
kept,
ball on 3rd and 25.
So I've had this point made to me before. Mike Tomlin started calling the offense at the end of the season last year. By the way,
Yeah.
that's when this team got good. Mike Tomlin's not an offensive coach by any means. Actually, he's a fantastic defensive coach. Same with John Harbaugh. Not great offensive coaches, really good defensive coaches. All you need is someone that can call a semi-competent off. Bro, give me a call. Give Cole a call. Hell, give Jacob a call. He'll mock something up for you. You might win a couple games. There, more than Matt Canada. Come on, folks. Mike Tomlin, buddy. Listen, I got nothing but respect for you. I got nothing but love for you a little bit too. But come on.
Man, you sound like the Dolphins head coach just walking into the stands after they're up 70 points.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
Did you see that, Chooch? The Dolphins coach, he was walking up into the stands and be like, "Oh, draw this play up."
well, the thing is too, this wouldn't be the first time that the Steelers kept a lingering awful offensive coordinator. Just look at Todd Haley when they had him, and
Bro, I forgot about that.
He was horrible.
That's
anyways, yeah, that closes my thoughts at least on this
Same.
game.
That does for me too. Texans, good job on getting 30 points though. Did not expect that. Did not expect that.
Not a single one.
Next game, Raiders versus Chargers. Chargers take this one 24-17. Cole, it's weird for you because you say that you're a Raiders fan, but like you don't watch the NFL that much. You watch college more than the NFL.
Oh heck,
yeah, it's more fun. I don't blame them either
heart
too.
and soul.
And then I'm like, let's talk about the Raiders. And it's like, oh yeah, they suck. They're absolutely abysmal. No one loves them and cares about them. Like not even trying to go easy on them.
Bro, all these guys do is want to win, and this team's good enough to win, just not with Jimmy G at quarterback. But Aiden O'Connell, and you're good to go.
So, actually, I was just going to bring that up. Aiden O'Connell did play this game, and he did really good. 24. Jacob, shut your mouth. So, 24 completions on 39 attempts. Yeah, he had one pick. He got sacked 7 times.
He had 3 fumbles, by the way, lost 2 of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, doesn't help when you're getting absolutely killed on every play, but that's besides the point. This team, just coming from a Raiders fan perspective, like, only 2 sacks on defense. That's embarrassing. Only 1 interception. I mean, okay, whatever. It's kind of up to standard with the league. Aiden O'Connell, this isn't on you, bud. You played your ass off. I loved what
Good
you
job,
did.
man. I gotta use my ice cream.
Fix the O-line. For the love of all that is holy, fix the O-line. I don't know how many more times I have to say this. I don't know how many more quarterbacks have to get injured while they're entering their prime. Looking at you, Derek Carr. Fix this team. Fix the O-line, for the love of God. And Chargers,
looking at you, Derek Carr.
Chargers, hats off to you guys. I mean, you just outlasted us. Hell, a paper bag could have played the same amount of defense that you guys did. So good job.
Yeah, what's going on with that Chargers team? They're not good this year.
No, they're not
Like,
living
what's
up to
happening?
expectation.
I don't think the defense on the Chargers is that well either. I don't think they're doing that well so far in the season. Especially to the Chargers. I'm surprised, not to the Chargers, to the Raiders. I'm surprised they didn't blow them out.
They would have if they had no line. I'm not over this. All right, how many more quarterbacks have to get chopped down in their prime? How many?
Well, how many teams could you say oh yeah, fix the O line?
Well,
No, it's always quarterback play in the league. Remember,
Oh, of course.
it's never the O-line's fault. It's always quarterback's fault.
No. Don't look at the guys up front. Aiden O'Connell's the worst quarterback in the league. Fire him, trade him. I mean, come on, guys, right? Isn't this part of the
Just
course
burn the
NFL?
team down.
Exactly. It's all Aiden O'Connell's fault. I'm not saying Chooch, obviously. I'm just saying all you idiots.
No, I
out
know.
there.
I'm just
I
I'm
see
just
you
sitting here
on
going.
Twitter.
Hey, what do they know?
No.
They're armchair coaches.
Oh, exactly.
Our entire
I don't
team
know who this Aiden
needs
O'Connell
to be
kid
executed tonight.
We should have traded for Aaron Rodgers. Oh wait,
Oh,
He didn't want to come play for your property franchise, anyways.
exactly.
wrong Packers player, guys. You picked up Devontae Adams, not Aaron Rodgers.
But yeah, no, this game pisses me off. So I'm good though. I got it out.
I got nothing on this game except for Chargers get better, please.
Get better, please. They won. I will agree. They should have won more. I'll say that. Moving on to the next
Only
game
had
though.
7 sacks.
Patriots versus Cowboys, 23-3. Patriots. No, Belichick.
I think you got the score wrong, my guy. It was actually 38-3.
Oh,
What the?
I just want to say I look out at the box score here and I see the Patriots and it's so small.
my
Where
bad.
you go to Dallas, it's like, oh my god, there's
Huge.
there's like 10 running backs. There's a bunch of there's almost the same amount of receivers. There's more fumble.
And somehow.
Hey, but you know what? The Patriots did beat them in sacks. That is what matters.
That's right. You're
And DeRon Bland had 2 picks today.
That's
Today,
what's up.
Sunday. 1 pick six.
The moment I was talking about in this game, though, the Cowboys, they were going for a field goal, and it was a 66-yard field goal, and then it could have tied the record with Justin Tucker, Ravens kicker, and then there was a
really?
false. Oh yeah, no, it could have beaten actually, but there was a false start flag, which pushed it back to 71 yards, which is like, oh my god, they're still going for it, and the whole crowd was like excited to see if he could do it, and they went and they punted, I think, or just let him go for it. Come
Can
on.
I be the Patriots Twitter here for a second? Because
Go ahead.
this is what I remembered. Fire the defensive coordinator. The defense is to blame. Let's just all right about the defense because they gave up 38. How embarrassing! Hey, Patriots fans. Hey, you on Twitter. Hey, I see you.
Come here.
Can we not blame the defense, who literally was the only reason this game was not 70-0? Can we blame the offense, please?
See, Cole,
Mac
that makes too
Jones.
much sense in the eyes of the average viewer, of the actual viewer, instead of the casual
Yes.
fan.
Yeah.
You have a point. Because let's talk about this. Mac Jones was abysmal. Terrible. He looked like he never played football before. Let's just be honest. Bailey Zappi, I mean, you threw him in for 9 attempts. What did you expect? The dude literally, okay, Belichick, make up your mind. Is it going to be Zappi? Is it going to be Cunningham? Or is it going to be Jones? Make up your mind. Because this whole, I'm going to start Mac thing, it doesn't work unless you're fully behind him. I'm going to put in Zappi occasionally. It doesn't work unless you give him the offense. I cannot believe I have to tell you this. It's common knowledge. Like, how dumb do you have to be? I'm sorry, but this guy won so many Super Bowls, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I always used to say he made Brady. No, he did not. Brady made him. Brady made him. It's not even close.
You're finally with me.
Did you guys ever watch the New Heights episode with Julian Edelman?
I did not.
Yeah, I did.
See, I think it's a mixture of both, to be honest with you.
You know who that is on the wall? That's a 5-time Super Bowl winner.
I really appreciate
I
who
love-
it was next week.
I love
Yellow
Julian
nut.
Edelman's impression of Bill
His
Belichick.
impression of Randy Moss is great.
Hey
Yellow
man,
nut.
don't talk to my mom. When I'm
Yellow
on the
nuts,
phone
go
with
get
my
my-
mom.
Go get my hot tub at about 120, 140, you know.
Dude, I love. How can you not love Julian Edelman? But it's I love that episode. That's probably my favorite episode.
Yeah. All right.
What about that episode though, Chooch?
Oh no, it was just I think the Patriot way is kind of a Belichick Brady mix. I don't think it was one or the other. I think it was kind of a mix. Listen to how they talk about Bill Belichick gets you ready. Like there's no reason for you not to be ready. I think just this is an offense that's missing That's missing the key factor, which is the driver.
True.
I think if he just settled and said, "Listen, we have to go with this," I don't think Belichick has changed his playbook since Tom's been there. If you want to run the same concept as Tom, you might as well just keep Mac Jones in. Mac's shown flashes of greatness when you call the right plays.
Exactly. He has.
And it's not like Mac Jones is a bad quarterback.
No.
He's a poor man's Matt Stafford. That's what I think of him.
You can't put half and half though. I guess that's my biggest gripe.
You can't half-ass who you're going to start.
Exactly.
If you're gonna go with a guy, stick with it. Indecisiveness will kill your team.
At the post game conference, they kept on they asked Bill Belichick like 50 times, like, so why'd you take Mac Jones out? And he had the same, just wasn't in the need to play. said that for every answer. Just wasn't in just didn't have a need to keep him out there.
What a great answer.
What a great answer. The only answer that he gave. But this was just bad showing for Mac Jones. I don't like Mac Jones personally. I don't think he's a good quarterback. In my eyes, I don't think he's one.
Ooh.
I just don't see it. He has 898 yards in the season so far. He has 4 interceptions. And he's been sacked 7 times.
You see, Raiders? That's how many sacks it's supposed to be at this point. Not in one game. Sorry, I'm ranting too much on that. But no, I mean, hats off to Dallas, though. They absolutely deserve this win.
They took the opportunity of like, oh, they're not playing good. Let's hustle in.
I feel like that's a common theme this week with some games.
Mm-hmm. They notice that the offense isn't doing good and the defense is showing holes. So they're just like, all right, let's get this opening here. But then it's just blowout.
All right, let's get to the next.
I almost said 49ers.
Ladies and gentlemen, your San Francisco 49ers.
My San Francisco 49ers. Cardinals versus the 49ers. 49ers won this game. Am I surprised? Like, are we surprised?
No, I mean, this was part of the course.
I think everyone's more surprised in how good Josh Dobbs looks after not playing in what years.
Yeah.
But Cole, this goes back to we knew he was a baller.
Oh yeah.
We knew he was balling out.
And hey, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. If Arizona gets hot, they might be a sneaky team.
No,
Dobbs is taking care of the football. He's not.
I agree.
No.
That defense is good too, bro. You listen. I don't want to hear anything out of a Lions fan until they actually make the playoffs and a run about what a playoff team looks like.
We're going to the playoffs, man.
No,
We're going.
You are. But congratulations, you're winning a weekend NFC North.
We're not going.
He has a point.
We're not going.
Congrats.
Anyway,
Brock Purdy, stud. Christian McCaffrey, doing his thing. Also, Brandon Ayuk is the star receiver of this. What?
Me and Cole said that Brandon Ayuk. Don't you remember, Cole?
I do.
We were talking a while ago that Brandon Ayuk's one of the most not underlooked, but not looked enough. Not looked enough receiver in this team. It's always just Deebo Samuel or Ray McLeod. Even he's overlooked a lot, but Brandon Ayuk's amazing right now.
Go back to that Steelers game, and that catch that Brandon Ayuk makes on Patrick Peterson is getting made by 5 guys in the league. Yep. Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, D-Hop, Devontae. Okay, maybe 7. Devontae, Jefferson, and Jamar.
Okay.
Those are your 7 guys that are making that catch. Just enough separation. Put it right here.
Which the accuracy on Brock Purdy too to make it to that, just make it in that pocket right there. Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna say
Mr. Irrelevant
right now, and it's not really a hot take. It's kind of common knowledge, but let's just say it anyways. 49ers are the best team in the NFL, and it's not close.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'd say it. Yeah,
but that's also the most rated win offense.
True.
In football, you can plug in Matt Stafford. I mean, not Matt. I'm not going to diss Matt Stafford here when I say
Isn't it weird that we all agree 49ers if not one of, it's the best team in the NFL right now, and they're not in any like Super Bowl predictions by like ESPN analysts.
Because they all think they know this and that and whatever. The only one that actually knows what he's talking about on ESPN is Dan Orlovsky and Shannon Sharp and Pat McAfee. Those are the only three men that know what we're talking about when it comes to sports. Besides that, rest of ESPN and the other guys, I'm not saying that on the stream, but you get where I'm going with it. You can look the whole something. What?
There's a whole line there.
Yeah, I just find it weird that the 49ers are like, oh yeah, they'll be good, and then playoffs will come, and then they'll go to the conference, and then they'll get blown out. I don't think it's going to go this year. I see them potentially going to the Super Bowl.
I mean, I think they're a team to beat in the NFC. The Eagles aren't that good. They've proved.
No.
Listen, everyone figured them out last year after the Chiefs game.
Mhm.
Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball deep. If you can crowd more towards the middle between your, that little middle part of the field there between the secondary and the second level, secondary and linebackers, you got them beat all day. You can't. Yeah.
Best thing we can hope for is that they don't fall to injury. So let me knock on wood there again. So
That's more of a beating wood, but yeah, we're knocking on wood.
Tender.
hey, I hope I'm gonna
Order in the car. Order in the car.
Next game though, Chiefs versus Jets. Let's all right, this is probably the only time I'll ever say this. Let's give a round of applause to Zach Wilson.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah.
Zach Wilson actually did something, and it was because Mama Kelsey was in the crowd.
Is this so? Question for you guys: is this kind of a coming out party for Zach Wilson? Like, if you come out and you play this the rest of the season, is this your team to take over when Aaron's gone?
That's hard.
Listen, he took Joe Namath's criticism and was like, "I'm going to show out against the Chiefs. Now do this every game the rest of the year, and no one's gonna." And then we'll be like, "Oh, well, Aaron's back, so we'll just forget about it." And we'll be like, "Remember how he ended that one season? It gets up for 2 years of complete and utter garbage." Hell, he's been so bad there that New Jersey thought he was trash at one point.
Well, to answer
he
your
belonged in the
question,
landfill.
though, I don't know if we're even at that point to where we can realistically say, especially with how the trend has been going with quarterbacks, like it is so common to see a quarterback have a year or two of really good play and then after that just fall off a cliff. So I'm gonna say no. Even if he wins out this year, I don't think anybody in the front office goes, "That's Zach Wilson, kid. He might be our QB of the future." As of now, no.
What I see is that it's really hard because it's the Chiefs' defense, and they're not known for their defense, but it's still pretty good itself. So them getting 20 points and also the flags that were thrown, just making this game a lot harder to win, and still getting this close. I think we'll know next week, but bad quarterbacks can have good days. Like Ryan Tannehill, I think is the worst quarterback in the league right now.
I think the guy we're talking about right now is the worst quarterback in the league.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd go Zach Wilson.
I'm talking about besides Zach Wilson because I can't really talk about him since we're talking about him as an example.
What?
I'm saying from an example.
What numbers, Mason? What do they mean?
An example of a bad quarterback that's not Zach Wilson. Like a bad quarterback
Peterman
can have good days, a good
enough.
week. And you can also see the support coming from the team too. Like you've seen him on the benches. Zach Wilson actually knew that he did something wrong, and not just, oh yeah, the defense's fault. Yeah, I didn't do anything wrong.
Wow,
like we did, like we seen last.
That's a couple years late in the evolution chain of a quarterback.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this could show promise that if he gets the support, which I think it's dumb that he needs support from his teammates. So like, oh no, man, you're good, man, to do good. But I think if he gets this type of support and this type of like, sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? This sort of like pride of like, oh, I'm a starter for the Jets. I can win, I can take this team to the playoffs potentially. I think he's got it.
Okay. So a little split on the board here.
We'll see next week. If he does good next week, I will say yes.
Okay.
And
any bad quarterback can have 2 good weeks.
Yes, but I'm saying if he does really good, like if he does as good as he did this week, Who do they face next week?
A team with a name.
In a face.
They face the Broncos next week. Okay.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
In week
dive.
5.
Let's dive. All right,
good.
who's
That's
next?
bad too because
Seahawks, Los
versus-
Gigantes.
the Gigantes.
Ooh,
I can
don't wanna start.
really.
Listen,
no. You
Giants
have to.
fans, come with me on this one. This long, dark, depressing walk we're gonna take. Here, grab my hand. Let's go. Giants fans, someone's like last year didn't even happen for us. Pizza, I'm just gonna take this one over, okay?
You're
Go
good.
for it.
I want to
Giants
show a
fans.
video at the end. That's
Giants
all I want
fans,
to do.
it's almost like last year never happened. It's almost like Daniel Jones didn't sign a massive contract. He's still in his rookie year, and his offensive line's garbage since the first year of Brian Daboll. Who thought that, right? Well, guess what? When Daniel Jones has 10 rushing attempts, there's a problem. Why is he your leading rusher with rushing yards again? Oh, because everything's centered around him like it was with Josh Allen last year in Buffalo. But, where is the production? Where's the O-line? The O-line's garbage. What did I say about a pinky getting pressure on the O-line? Come on, guys. This is bad. Bro, I could blow. And the O-line is just going to scatter. I'm like, oh, look, it's Daniel Jones. Want a hug? That's how bad this O-line is. Now, Seahawks. You should have lost. You should have lost. Giants, they tried to head into the game.
We lost connection.
We lost you. We can't hear you.
Yeah, we lost voice. 1 second. Oh, you're muted.
I'm gonna take this time while he sorts his situation out to show a video.
We cannot hear you. Live POV of Chooch and the rest of the time. Not again. Oh man. Chooch, do you want to try leaving and joining back maybe? Okay, yeah, wait,
right.
he'll be back, folks.
We'll take some points. So
Yeah, so
Giants.
I'll start. Giants,
You go ahead.
your line is embarrassing. No lie. And Seahawks, yeah, it's
we can't hear you.
no, we cannot. But as I was saying, Seahawks, it's a shame, really. Like Chooch was saying, like the Giants were trying to give you the game, you were trying to give them the game. It really looked like neither team wanted to win. So, man, this was just a rough game of football to watch, really.
Hello?
Hey,
Yeah.
What is this app doing? Okay, so anyways, like I was saying, Seahawks, you literally scored 10 points off of our turnovers and 14 off of your own stuff. This game should be 14-3, not 24-3. And matter of fact, you gave us the ball so much, the defense looked competent. I'm not saying it's not, but you know, if the offense even had a fraction of talent on it, we would have won that football game and then been 2-2, not 1-3. But what do I know? I'm just an idiot that sits here and watches all your games all the time because what other shitty football team am I going to watch? Your shitty football team, Giants. I'm better off just going root for the Steelers at this point if I want to watch mediocre football. At least there's a team, something to root about there that's pleasant to watch. So Daniel Jones throwing it to the bleeping bleeps in the middle of the bleeping field.
yeah, I feel.
How do you throw it at the stadium? What are you looking at? Seahawks, congrats. You got handed a win here. I don't know what else to tell you except for the fact that this Giants team is effing awful.
terrible.
There.
That was great.
I just don't get it, man.
Do you have all your frustration out, or do you want?
Yeah. Cole's got me handling this next one. I'm gonna give you.
Question for you, Chooch. What expectations did you get from last year, and how much is it crushing your dreams right now?
do you not remember like our episode where we picked our NFC teams?
Oh yeah,
I picked this team to win the division
so did I.
because I don't think there was a better returning defense in football and on the NFC East. With the talent they have and the additions they made, there was no better team.
Yep.
I don't think. The Cowboys have Dak. Okay. You get Pollard, fantastic. CeeDee Lamb's an okay receiver. You don't have any outstanding receivers. You have 2 good tight ends. You have a great defense. Philly's got a great O-line. They have good running backs, good receivers. They have an okay quarterback and a great defense. Washington's Washington, and the Giants, the best returning looking squad in the team. Daniel Jones coming off of massive growth of a year last year. Great. Saquon, healthy, money you get sorted out this year. Cool. Galladay, gone. Okay, we have good young receivers here. We went and drafted Jalen Hyatt. We have a fantastic defense. Brian Daboll's the head coach. We made the playoffs last year where the team shouldn't have made the playoffs, and now we're supposed to make the playoffs, and we're
Awful.
You're this.
Yeah.
where is it? Because I don't hear it or see any of the hype that's going on. Where'd it go?
It died.
I got blinded just then. Jesus.
All right, let's get on to the next segment.
All right. Who wants to go first?
Let's give Chooch a moment to cool off. I'll go first.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Well,
so
all right. To explain the rules, we have for fantasy picks, we have 1 good, 1 okay, and then 1 bad.
Team's
okay. Let's.
I think I see like steam coming out of Chooch's headset, out of the ears.
I don't get it, man.
All right, I'll start here. My great, that we say good. Well, I'm saying great. Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah.
45-20. You wrecked my hopes this week, by the way. So thanks a lot for that. You couldn't have went off next week. But I mean, dude, what is there to say? Honestly, the Cardinals had no idea how to stop you. You look like you were playing against the middle school team. So congrats. I mean, 3 rushing TDs, 106 yards, 71 receptions, or receiving yards, not receptions. He kicked ass, and he's my great for the week. My mid for the week, and let's just say some of you might not like this. Jalen Waddle. He really had a mediocre week. I mean, 46 receiving yards on 4 receptions. Like, I'm not blaming Waddle necessarily. I'm blaming, more so the play and the schemes. But, like, what was the deal here? Only 660 points. I was expecting a lot more this week. And then the worst, and I mean the worst. I'm still pissed off about this. I already mentioned it. Kyle Pitts. This pisses me off beyond belief. You have a guy. Yeah. I'm with you on this one. You have a guy who has literally the talent to carry your offense passing wise. You drafted him as a top pick, and you're not using him now. He is literally, in my opinion, the best tight end in football. Better than Kelsey. And you're not utilizing him. Why? Like, Kyle Pitts, this doesn't go against you. This goes against the idiots who are play calling for you. Hey, idiots, wake up. Get him the ball. I cannot say it enough. But yeah, that's my good, awful, and mid.
I got you, pizza.
By the way, I had the Giants going 9-8, being second in the division.
I had them losing 2. 2 games. Which might win just 2 games. The Killer Williams sweepstakes is on in New York, folks. Or the Jets and Giants going to get them. Find out next time on which New Jersey team sucks more.
Shoot, you want to go, right?
Yeah, I got you. So, since Cole took my first guy, I'm going to take A.J. Brown.
Ooh.
Okay.
Listen, son,
Okay.
9 receptions, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. You had 34 points. You went out. You murdered them. You killed them. You showed them who your daddy was. And essentially you just said, I'm going to put this team on my back. I'm going to do what I did last year, and we got you. Also, I have a mid here. People are going to say, you had 11 points. Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
You know, if you've had Kirk Cousins as your fantasy quarterback before, like I'm assuming most of us have, the guy's good for 15 to 20 points.
Yep.
11's bad for you, but I mean, you had a pick six and you still scored 11 points. So I guess it wasn't really. That's why you're my mid guy of the game, my mid guy of the week. It wasn't great, but Kirk Cousins is usually a solid fantasy quarterback. Now my bad.
I mean, definition of mid, Kirk Cousins anyway.
My bad. Miami's defense.
Oh,
Where's that stout defense everyone keeps talking about? All you Fish fans keep talking about.
Oh,
Where
you
was it
Fish
this week?
fans.
Oh man, you know the Dolphins are going to beat the Bills. We're going to own them all this week. Yada yada yada. You guys,
I don't see it.
have you guys seen the Bills offense against the Miami defense? Oh wait, it's right here. Just kidding, found it. Sorry, we're looking for Miami's defense. It's suspect. Have you seen it? They might be with the cartel somewhere.
Chooch, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop flashing a light at the camera.
It ain't that shiny.
My eyes.
If I had shaved my head today, it would have been shiny today. But I shaved it yesterday.
So that's your good mid and bad.
Just bad, yeah.
All right. Time for me. So I'm gonna tell you my story. So I was in school, and schools are known for having terrible Wi-Fi. I put David Montgomery on my starting. I'm like, okay, cool. I got Dave Montgomery on my starting. Go back home during the game, look at my fantasy. Why is he on my bench getting 33.10 points? As we mentioned, he popped off in that Lions and Packers game, and my school made me lose. So I blame my school for my loss, and that's my good for my thing. And then my mid, my mid, I got Kenneth Walker at 13.20 points. Got 17 rushing attempts with 79 yards. You know, he does pretty good. And if he would have gotten like 3 more points, I would have won the week. But we don't talk about that. But he did pretty good. He only had 1 rushing touchdown. And then for my bad, I got Pat Fryermuth with 2.20.
Ooh.
Patty Pat, Matt Canada, Matt.
Worst offensive coordinator in the
Worst offense coordinator. I'm gonna drop Matt. I'm putting Jake Ferguson on. Bye, Matt. By the way, I want to tell you who I have on my bench. I got Calvin Ridley on my bench. I got 10.80. Jake Ferguson got 11.20, and Baker Mayfield got 24.29. 94, I mean. And Dave Montgomery got 33.10, and I lost. How much did I lose by? I lost by 2 points.
Oh,
So,
that's depressing.
It's okay. The just about the points Alana lost by would have been the Jacksonville defense if she started them.
Dude, San Fran's defense got 2 points.
Yeah, they gave up a bunch of yards. Yeah, they gave up a bunch of return yards and stuff.
Yeah.
I also want to say, for my game this week in fantasy, I was winning. Everything looked good. And then Christian McCaffrey played. Yeah.
Bro.
45-20, just boom. And then,
Listen, dude, I had him the year he went off in fantasy for Carolina. Easiest season of fantasy I've ever had in my life. I'd be down by 20 points. I'm like, CMC still got to play. You're done.
CMC plays on Monday.
He would go out and score 21.5 points. Or just the exact number of points he needed to win. 22.62. Gotcha, buddy. I'm going to put up those exact numbers. Thanks, CMC.
It's like you texted.
That's why I like you.
CMC. It's like you
That's
texted
literally
CMC.
the only
Get
reason
this
why I
many.
like. One of the few reasons why I like you is because for some reason, whenever we're on my fantasy team, you win me games, guy. That you seem like a really good kid. So
True.
We love CMC here. How can you not hate the 49ers?
yeah, like how unless you're like a Raiders fan, I get it.
No, even then.
I don't.
No,
wanna talk
you
about
have to understand the Bay Area to get why Raiders
it.
fans
I
hate
don't
Niners
want to
fans.
talk about it.
All right, how can you not like the players on the 49ers?
That's fair.
That's like me as a Giants fan. I love the players on the Eagles team. I hate the Eagles.
Like, how can you not love Kittle? I wish there was a Hard Knocks. I know Hard Knocks is for like recovering teams or rebuilding teams, but I wish there was a Hard Knocks for the 49ers just to watch them.
I wish they would do more like the popular team, like the winning teams. Like, hey, what's, you know?
Yeah. They should be like an Easy Knocks. We'll definitely be in the playoffs, Knox. They should do something like that. All right. It's time to move on to the final segment for today. We got again, this is gonna go more into college. Cole, you're pretty upset. It's time for the
Pretty?
LSU rant.
Pretty upset, huh? Oh, where do I begin?
Where do you?
All right.
Execution
Well-
first, Cole.
Yes, of course, we need execution.
Of
but
course, an entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
I'm gonna give a disclaimer because I need to. So you might hear some awful words, and I just want to tell you now that I'm sorry. And on the second disclaimer, you might want to get some popcorn. You might want to get your favorite drink. This is going to be entertaining for you and painful for me. With all that being said, let's get into the rant, shall we? All right.
Shall
For those of you who don't know, we played Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you don't know anything about college football, you're thinking, okay, I mean, it sounds like a pretty cool place, pretty good team. This team lost to Alabama last week by 14. The same Alabama who is having a down year. Well, I mean, honestly, we can't really say that anymore because it gets said every year at this point. But their offense isn't good, and their defense is pretty mediocre. And they held you to 10 points. So surely LSU's defense would do the same or not better or, maybe just a little worse. No. No. The worst part's correct, but not little. No. We decided as a team to not play defense. We didn't play defense. Our defense was still on the bus. It didn't show up. It was in the parking lot of Oxford. That's
Bro, what do you
where
mean? It was
was
at the airport still.
Oh yeah, I kind of gave too much credit. I mean, hell, the proximity would have done a better job than we did.
Hell,
It's
it's
probably
almost
still
like
in
we showed up with the
Louisiana.
Notre Dame. It's almost like we showed up with Notre Dame schemes and said, "Hey, let's try that in the SEC, shall we?"
Now, here's the thing, folks. All right, I am a pretty honest man when it comes to LSU. I tell you when we suck, and I tell you when we're awesome. And I tell you when we're mediocre. And when I tell you that we are the worst team in college football, I mean it. This is the worst. Absolutely the worst team. We gave
The
up
worst?
55 points to Ole Miss. 55. Now, you might be thinking at home, and again, if you're casual, okay, surely, maybe LSU just doesn't have the talent. They do. They do. They have the talent. We have phenomenal edge rushers. We have great DTs. We have really good linebackers. We have good corners. We have pretty good safeties. We returned a lot of players this year. How the hell are we not even a national title contender team? I want you to pause this, type in the comments right now. Give me a reason. Matt House is a joke. Sir, how the hell did you screw up this defense? Last year you did pretty good. But guess what, dumbass? This isn't last year. This is this year. And this is what you have to show for it. And it's pathetic. We can't tackle anybody. That's first and foremost. We can't play coverage. Hell, Jackson Dart stood in the pocket for 20 years. He even hurdled one of our guys. Can you believe it? A quarterback who is not athletic at all just hurdled you. You should retire. Honest to God, you should just, the door, it's right there. Okay. So the defense, you think I'm done on the defense. I got a whole freaking 10-page book written. Now, okay, so this defense is abysmal. And I tried to tell you guys this a week ago against Arkansas. I said, our defense looked bad. But of course, hey, we won. We don't have to address it. Surely we don't, because we'll just squeak by again based off of our high-powered offense. Well, guess what happens when Mike Denbrock shits himself in the biggest part of the game? He's our offensive coordinator, by the way, if you didn't know. Yeah, Mike Denbrock, what were you thinking on that last drive? Let's walk through the last drive, shall we? Jaden Daniels snaps the ball. He throws it on a slant route to Brian Thomas, who gets us pretty much all the way down the field. He gets about 45 yards. Pretty good play. Now, one would think with 2 timeouts in about 23 seconds, you could do that again. But no, that's too complicated for Mike Denbrock. We'll throw it in completion because why the hell not? Then we'll have a Jaden Daniels run. Thank God he got horse collared because he got like 2 yards. So then you're first down with like 18 seconds to go with 2 timeouts. Surely you can score. You're like at their 25. No. Let's try a wheel route to our running back instead of going to our high-powered wide receivers who have been killing the Ole Miss defense all game. Why the hell would you throw a wheel route to Logan Diggs when you had Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors, and literally any wide receiver? Pick your poison. Kyron Lacey caught a touchdown pass. That was a miracle. Okay? It was a miracle. I literally wrote it down in the miracle book. So even Kyron Lacey did something good. It was phenomenal. You have guys who are phenomenal. Wide receivers on the bench who are freshmen. You have freshman wideouts who could have killed this defense. But no, let's go to Logan Diggs. And Logan Diggs, this is not a hate to you. It's just, it made no sense then. It makes no sense now. What the hell were we thinking?
And why aren't you putting the balls in the hand of your 2 most important players when it's crunch time?
Exactly.
What play calling was that? I mean,
No,
granted, like that last play, why is Malik Neighbors on the sideline?
Yep.
What?
I'm wondering the same thing. So here's the idea on the last play. Let's just throw a prayer to Mason Taylor, which in hindsight isn't too bad, except there's one problem. You only threw to him 5 times all game. 5! The guy is like Rob Gronkowski on drugs, and you throw to him 5 times. 5! What in God's creation? He's there as a novelty act. We have got to be the funniest joke in college football. Honest to God. Like, 5 times with Mason Taylor, if he doesn't hit the portal, I will salute that man for a long time. Like, this is unacceptable. There is no excuse. And then on top of that, okay, let's just picture something here. Let's backtrack in the game. We're up 49-40, and we get the ball back, and we have a chance to win. Now, instead of doing what we did to kick Ole Miss's ass, we don't. We decide, hey guys, let's start running the ball. Let's start being predictable. Let's stop going to the players who literally scored us all our points. Let's just do whatever the heck we want. The game's over. What happened, guys? You lost to Ole Miss. To Ole Miss. To Ole Miss. I cannot say that enough. There is not a bigger letdown in college football this year than LSU football. There's not. There is not one. This team could have won a national championship if it wasn't run by idiots. I want to say the other word, but I won't because we're streaming. So my point is, okay, let's get ourselves in order here. Matt House, you need to be fired or you need to get your shit together. Pick your poison and get the hell out of Baton Rouge and quit stealing millions of dollars that many other people could use, or get your stuff together and start being a good DC. The choice is yours. Second thing, Mike Denbrock, when the game is on the line and you've been killing a defense using a certain type of plays, don't go away from the plays. It's not a hard concept. I could do your job. And I don't get paid. That's the crazy thing. Number 3, Ryan Kelly. Oh my gosh, man, what the hell? You took a team that was way worse than this to winning the SEC West a year ago. Where's the fire? Where's the emotion? I see these players, they look like, oh well, we'll just show up. Where's that great preparation you always talk about? It wasn't there. It wasn't there the Florida State week either. It wasn't even there the Arkansas week. I mean, this is embarrassing. As an LSU fan, and believe me, I'm an LSU fan. You can hear me on game day. I should do a live stream. You guys would hate me after
Yep.
that.
Nope,
But
won't do it.
believe me, I watch every play as if it were the last play. Every play matters. There is not a playoff. I don't take a playoff. Okay? And you, much like me and every other LSU fan who watches this product, because I've seen them and I've heard them and I've seen them on Twitter, we are all pissed off. This is disgusting. This is levels of Ed Ogeron. And we thought that guy was bad. You make him look somewhat passable. Because guess what? When he said about preparation, we all knew he was bullshitting. We all could tell he was awful. But with you, it's different. You were supposed to be this great coach who won many national championships at LSU. You have a track record of winning and being the most winning coach in LSU history. But where is it? Where the hell is it, Brian? I don't see it. You look like a damn joke. You are a joke right now. And I have not given up on you. I want to say this. I'm not calling for your head. I'm not calling for you to be fired. I'm saying get your shit together and do what you're supposed to do. Now, I get it too. I don't want to see in the comments, oh, well, it takes, more time for coaches to win. Okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. It does. Look at Harbaugh at Michigan. It took him like 4 years. I get it. But and look at Kirby. It took him like 5 before he, was a dominant coach. I get it. But what I'm saying is there's a difference. Harbaugh's teams never looked like this. Kirby Smart's teams never looked like this. And yes, I know Kirby lost to Vandy before. I've seen the lows of Georgia football before Kirby was quote unquote the greatest coach in college. I get it. But there is no excuse for this. There is absolutely no excuse. So here's what we're going to do going forward, and you guys are going to make this decision. Mike Denbrock, Matt House, and Brian Kelly, and anyone else on the staff who sees this. You are either going to start doing your jobs, making smart choices, and getting the actual team prepared, or you're going to continue to be the biggest laughingstock in college football. Which one will it be, gentlemen? Pick your side, stay there, and if you're not a part of the solution, your ass needs to get fired. I am sick and tired of seeing the same bullshit every week. Make up your mind.
Cole,
And that's all I got to say.
If it makes you feel any better, Ohio State's still worse than LSU in my eyes.
No, Ohio State would kill us. It wouldn't be a game.
And if you want to see this, I know I'm sharing my screen, but Ole Miss got fined $75,000 for fans throwing debris onto field.
Oh yeah,
and that's on top of a $100,000 fine. That's on top of a $100,000 fine against Ole Miss for storming the field.
Bro, that's literally one game day of concessions that they're giving up. It ain't no big deal to them.
Right.
Man, I really should have left Cole. You have the floor. Cole, you seem a little mad.
A little, yeah, just a tad.
Bro, if you understood the product that we saw last weekend, like it looked like Notre Dame.
It did.
Like, what in the actual shit are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, and also, I do want to say this because I forgot to bring this part up. Mike Denbrock, I'm coming back to you just for a second. Why is it that you show moments of brilliance? Look at the time before halftime. It was like 30 seconds when we were playing Arkansas. You start using these dynamic weapons that we have, and you're driving down the field, and you score a touchdown before half, and then the momentum shifts, and we win that game. Where the hell, like, what, why? Why do you have these two modes to where you're like, do nothing, you care not, you call shitty plays, and then you have this urgency mode that you like go down the field and kick the other team's ass? Like, why is there even an option for the other side? Like, it's mind baffling. How can you be so brain dead to be like, oh, hey, yeah, we're just kind of gonna stall out and punt, or we're just gonna, get a field goal, and then you have this mode to where it's like it doesn't matter what you do, we're scoring 20 million touchdowns in the matter of 3 seconds. Like, can we just do the thing, where you move the ball like, every play, and then you score like within 50 seconds? Can we just do that like all the time? Thank you. Signed, every LSU fan.
So, yeah, as you can see, Cole, he's a little bit of an LSU fan.
Just
not that, just a little bit. He gets a little upset when he loses games,
a little bit,
especially to Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem is the refs even helped us in that game, and we still lost.
Oh, they did. They actually did. Now, I'm not saying that touchdown. I refuse. That was a touchdown. But I will say, no, it was.
No, don't even sit here and say it was. You didn't
It
have full
was.
control till he was out of bounds, Cole. You know that. I know that.
Was a
Yes.
touchdown.
Yes.
But I will say, some of the other calls were very dicey.
I didn't want to watch it, but
I don't blame
because I knew I seen I started I knew it happened like around week 2, like not week 2, quarter, like the second quarter. I go, oh no, oh no, Cole.
See, what was worse about it though was the fact that we overcame that 21-7. We overcame that at halftime, and we actually had the lead for like the third and fourth, and then just to have that ending, oh my gosh, it was the worst I've ever seen. And I've seen the bad years. I saw 2020. I saw 2021. I saw before that when we were lucky to be mentioned. I mean, this was the worst. Defense, get your shit together. That's all I got to say.
And on that note, I'm going to take it home here. Goodbye,
Yes,
all you beautiful broken cherries. Signing off for me, Chooch, and Cole. This is Jay from JCP, and we are Jay from JCP.
God bless y'all.
And we are out.